Hello.
My first review is on Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. But it's on the Xbox.
The Emperor's Tomb was developed by the Collective and published by LucasArts in 2003 for the Xbox and the PlayStation 2. But back then, I was playing my GameCube, so of course I never knew this game existed. Oh well, I'm playing it now. It starts off by ripping off the Zelda series by giving you the choice of entering a name for your file. It doesn't surprise me that games on other consoles copy Nintendo, but it is annoying. After the ridiculously long loading screen, it shows our hero Indiana Jones looking at the map, explaining why he's there in Ceylon? The beginning level acts like the prologue. Indy is tasked to find the idol of Kiruwatu. He finds the idol and finds a Nazi too, Von Beck. Von Beck wants the idol as well, but Indy doesn't care and defeats Von Beck by making him crocodile food. Back in school, Kaiti Chan and his assistant Mei Ying inform Indy about a relic called the Heart of the Dragon, which is said to grant immense power to whoever obtains it.
Geez, that doesn't sound familiar at all. Does it, Link, from the Legend of Zelda series published by Nintendo?
Long story short, Indy finds out Kaiti Chan is allied with the Nazis and Von Beck survived the depths of a crocodile's stomach, therefore creating an urgency in Indy to find the Heart of the Dragon before they do. The story is pretty good, and it sounds like an Indiana Jones movie type story. It's definitely one of the good things this game has going for it.
Be careful, Dr. Jones. The path to the dragon's heart is more dangerous than you can imagine.
It always is, sweetheart.
Playing the game for the most part is fun. It's a very linear game. You explore a different area according to your mission objective, and each area is broken up into checkpoints, which you know are activated when you see a loading screen. I personally don't mind linear gameplay, so it wasn't an issue for me. At first the controls were really hard to remember. It was mainly due to the retarded Xbox controller.
Did the Xbox controller really have to be this huge? What's with the helipad?
It was difficult to know how to equip and unequip items. It really broke the immersion to see Indy standing there doing nothing but pulling out his equipment and putting it back. Then I found out what to do after reading the instruction manual. Remember those?
Don't you miss it when instruction manuals actually had effort put into them? When the developers actually cared? Don't you miss instruction manuals in general? Look at this one. It's just like Indiana Jones's journal.
After I learned the controls, the game became easier to play. You refill your health by drinking water from your canteen, which can be replenished with water fountains around the areas. The combat is generally fun. You can use improvised weapons like chairs and bottles. The dumb AI and the camera shenanigans make most fights silly though, which is a real shame because there were some fights which went really well. The music picked up and it made me feel a little bit like I was actually controlling an Indiana Jones movie.
We can do this the easy way or hard way.
Wir können hier Hilfe gebrauchen.
Why do they always pick the hard way?
They even added this quirk, which allows you to pick up your hat again if you lose it during combat. It's a nice little addition which any Indiana Jones fan can appreciate. There are cool moments when you pull off certain combos with your whip, though it is one of those games where the enemies take more than one shot with the shotgun to go down, and maybe 10 stabs with a machete.
Yes!
There are only a few boss fights, but they are fun when they happen, each providing a different challenge to overcome. Puzzle solving plays an important part of the game as well. Most of the puzzles though are to do with pulling a certain lever to open a door.
Graphics are good. Graphics are good. The graphics are good.
The visuals do prove that the Xbox was the most powerful console of that generation, but we know that graphics don't matter if you don't know how to make a game. Which they do know how, because this was a good game. So... The only issues I have with the graphics are there are so many glitches. There was never a game-ending glitch though, and most of them were just entertaining.
Of course an Xbox game can't manage proper AI. How embarrassing. No! No! No!
Also, Indy has this weird shimmying animation, which I don't know. It looks weird to anyone.
Okay.
Overall, Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb was a decent game, and one fans of Indiana Jones will definitely enjoy. The little quirks make the game just that much more special. So if you unfortunately own the original Xbox and you find this game, pick it up and enjoy it. It's rare that you find a decent Indiana Jones game, or any decent game on the Xbox. Why it didn't come out on the GameCube is beyond me, and frankly irritating. Maybe they were just ashamed of how much they ripped off Zelda. Wouldn't surprise me.
Ugh. Ah. An actual controller.